Mad-over buildings, or how we call it MOB, is essentially built for architects and contractors in mid-segment or small segment. For example, you want to build your house or renovate your office under 10,000 square feet or 15,000 square feet of space. That's the segment we are covering. To procure all sorts of construction, interior, and sustainable materials in one place as a full catalog. So let me get to the crux of it. Essentially, when we think about marketplace, it's not the first time we are doing marketplace in India. We have really good understanding of how to build marketplace, and we do so as well. However, in this industry, we don't see a prominent marketplace like Amazon of sorts where D2C brands can thrive using it as their GTM channel. So what's missing? Typically, I said this is for architects and contractors because if you're building your house, you're not going to do procurements on weekly basis, avoiding theft or damages, et cetera, to your material. You're not going to do that. You rely on the best pricing, et cetera, with your lead contractors or architects. So these guys are the best B2B2C customers that the industry has in mid and small segment. So what are the key challenges? Product discovery, price transparency, yes, we think that as a key challenge. But let me tell you a quick story. In 2007, when Flipkart came into the market, we were not ready to buy anything even for 200 rupees by paying them upfront because we did not know what kind of material might come up on our doorstep. We were not used to it. The trust deficiency was massive. So to bridge that, they came up with a very smart solution called cash on delivery. Now, moving forward to 2024, we are still stuck with the same issue in B2B2C segment pertaining to the fact that the average basket value is not 200 or 2,000 rupee, it's 30 to 50,000 rupee as an average purchase ticket. So cash on delivery does not work. So how is the industry functioning? Suppliers across interior construction or sustainable materials as manufacturers, they're selling to architects and contractors by extending line of credit from their books, acting as collection agency later on. And that's roughly estimated to be around $50 billion in credit being given out into the market by suppliers. And that's a massive problem to be solved. So for the first time, we solved this problem by introducing line of credit backed by Muthoot Finance, Rupify, etc. It took us a whole year to get these agreements in place without FLDGs and getting everything sorted out. So after doing that, we embedded it into our systems. And I'll stick to this slide because our demo slide is not here, so I'll stick to this slide. So we embedded entire line of credit system into our checkout funnel as good as you're checking out on Stripe or Razorpay. So essentially, our focus revolves around catalog, cost, and convenience as a suo moto of what we are doing. So we took that solution, we implemented it since January, end of January 2024 this year, and effectively, after doing a couple of crores of transaction through line of credit and online checkout for every transaction happening. You collect the request for quotation in any format. We convert it to digital format using our 2.5 lakh strong library of SKUs, and then they check it out through using simple OTP. We didn't stop there. We took this solution, we understood, hey, this is not going to solve it for the masses. This is not going to solve it for all the architects and contractors in tier 2, 3, 4 cities because we might not even get there. And it won't solve at a fast pace. So we took this solution, and last month we launched a complete sales management platform embedded with same line of credit what we use, using ourselves as anchor so they can use it seamlessly the way we use without friction of coming to us. So now it's an open pool for any suppliers, small manufacturers, and even some of our fellows who are here from Wilgrow group of companies. So we'll be introducing that next week to them as well. So they'll be able to jump on the same wagon as well. So for first time, you have the power to know whom to give, how much to give, or whom not to give money. In fact, you don't need to give from your pocket. You have visibility, and you just go ahead and trigger it through OTP, and you get paid in T+1 or T+2 days. So that's what we have done overall, and that was the overall demo pitch I had. So we should have more questions.
Vivek, what's your delinquency ratio on the credit given?
Okay, so far, Initially, NBFCs were Great Mira and NDX P2P, liquid loans. There it was 0%. Right now it's 0% in around 2 crores of transaction. Now we just moved to Muthoot Finance with increased limit of around 25 lakhs per customers. So far there is no
So
delinquency.
if a credit goes bad, then do you help in collections also? Like you,
We help in not buying more. Of course,
so you are just the originator for these NBFCs.
Yes, we had to fight for 3 months not to have FLDGs on our book. To ensure that they collect 6 months of bank statement, of course, CIBIL, tax, etc., and ENASH.
So the customer side onboarding is how long usually? Buyer side?
Minimum 3-4 days.
3-4 days.
Architects and contractors, once they complete 1 or 2 more days, they take 2 days. It can be 10 days. So the onboarding period, we are still trying to manage the TAT.
Because that's where the credit line is linked, right? I'm assuming. Or is the other side?
Oh, sorry. That is 90 days period. 21 days is subvented by us.
Right.
And after that, per day interest of 0.06%. Offloaded to the customer.
How do you decide who gets what credit?
So essentially, GSTIN is important for credit. Who gets are decided on 2 factors mandated by Rupeefi and Muthoot is basically on their CIBIL score of all partners, director, or owner. And second one is frequency and volume of GST filings.
Okay. So it's completely online, that part.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. When you want to onboard somebody for the credit, it'll take a 90-day period, or it's just like I'll apply?
It's online through Rupeefi's tool, which is embedded into our tool.
Okay.
So we are reconsuming it and embedding it. And for the supplier side, we charge subscription now and also 25 basis point.
So to avail the credit, he has to put the order into your system, or he can bring his
So we built a completely isolated system all for them, a complete sales management tool for online orders as well as their offline orders, including stock out option, if they're not very savvy about taxes, I don't know. And they can just, if the customer with their GSTIN or phone number shows they have line of credit, they can use it from the pool directly, or they can decide to onboard a new customer if no line of credit has been assigned to that customer. So effectively, we are looking for a larger pool to be created.
What's your revenue numbers for recent 3 years?
Right now, we are doing around MRR of 40 lakhs, and we just got some decent commitment. So we'll put up a sales team now to run faster.
Last year and the previous?
Last year, 3.93 financial year crores.
So this is your income or like the overall GTV of the platform?
So this is GMV, but also we buy and sell.